we're sitting here with Doni. And as Purim is right around the corner, we're going to turn to him to hear what he has to say about the upcoming holiday. So, Doni, tell us about yourself. What's your role here?
Hi, my name is Doni Kandel. I am an Israel Studies educator here at Alexander Muss. I'm currently teaching the spring semester 2018 program, and we are having a blast.
So, all right, Purim is just a few days away, and we're all getting ready, looking for our costumes. Let's take a moment to reflect on the story. What, in your opinion, is one of the main takeaways from the Purim story?
One of the big takeaways for me when it comes to Purim is that Purim is inextricably bound up with this idea of memory and remembrance. This past Shabbat, the Shabbat that we traditionally have before Purim, is called Shabbat Zachor, the Shabbat of remembrance. Mordechai seems to come out of nowhere and save the day for the Jews thanks to what seems to be a chance remembrance by the king when he can't sleep, that Mordechai had saved him from a revolt earlier on, and that leads to the savior of the entire Jewish people. When Esther is deciding what to do, Mordechai, in what seems to be the crux of the entire story, challenges Esther and says, basically, how do you want to be remembered? Do you want to be remembered? If you don't do it, someone else will save the Jews. And that doesn't seem like the natural way to convince someone to do something you want. Usually you butter them up. We can't do it without you. But Mordechai doesn't say that. Mordechai says, if you don't do it, someone else is going to save the Jews. Somewhere, somehow, God will save the Jews. Do you want to be remembered as the person who does that? And for me, I think that the whole idea of Purim and all of these little flashes of memory is asking us one essential question: how do we want to be remembered? And I think that Esther provides the answer. Hopefully, we can each be remembered to be people of action, who choose to act for good. And that is, for me, one of the main messages of Purim.
That's really great. Well, as we're all preparing for Purim, in our local synagogues across the world, the U.S., Australia, what makes learning and experiencing Purim at Muss so unique?
One of the things that I always love to see when we come to holidays at Muss, and I can speak about Purim especially because it's coming up now and I just spoke with my students about it, is a lot of times, for a lot of us growing up, myself included, Jewish holidays and Jewish stories seem like fairy tales. But when you come to Muss and you actually learn Jewish history from the beginning with Abraham all the way up to modern day Israel, you actually get this timeline of history and you understand the story in context. And so when I was talking about Purim with my students yesterday on Shabbat, when we were having a discussion on Shabbat, I was able to say to them, well, do you remember last week when we talked about the Babylonian exile? And after the Babylonian exile, the Persians took over. Well, this is the time period we're talking about. And now Purim is not just a fairy tale. It's not this amazing story to learn lessons, which it is, but it's also this part of history that they know, understand, and actually have a full, complete context for understanding. And I think seeing that light in their eyes when they put all those pieces together is what really makes it special here.
Awesome. Thanks, Doni. Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.